We are back with Brothers United Roundtable, y'all, man. We back with another video. Yeah, man. We back. I want to talk about it, brothers. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this issue. And ladies, if you're watching, let's talk about why men struggle in the West and why they leave. Let's talk about it, man. I want to have this conversation because, listen, I truly feel like this is a very unhealthy environment for men. Why do I say that? A lack of sex, a lack of being a man. What do I mean by that? Being able to be a man without being called misogynistic. Right? Why do we struggle in the Western culture? Social media. Let me explain. There was a time when social media, before social media, let's say it like that, where a man can go to the club and actually get laid. There was really a time where a man can actually go to a club and actually get laid, or go to a grocery store and get a woman to go out with. There wasn't how much money he making. Is he 6 foot? Is he this? Is he that? There was a time. Matter of fact, I can give you a story. Before social media, before the dating apps, right? Not before, but when the dating apps just begun, I can recall a time when men was using dating apps and they can actually get laid by talking to a girl on the first day on the dating app. There was a time. That was before women figured it out. That was before women figured out their power and they're using the dating app. You know, there was a time in this country where men it was actually easy for them to get laid. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to have a healthy sex life in this country, in America, in the Western country. When social media became bigger, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, once these social medias became bigger and women start to figure out, hey, I have all of these guys in my inbox. Hey, I can pick and choose what I want. Damn. Hey, it's time for me to start being choosy because all of these guys in my inbox, not understanding that all of these men are in your inbox because they trying to have sex with you. You understand? But once women figured out, okay, they hypergamous in their nature, right? So once they figured out, I can get the highest quality of men on a major level. Back then, they could only get the highest quality of men in their neighborhood. Maybe get a chat in high school, the football players, the pick of the litter there. Or get a guy across town. They was limited. Now, they have the world. And since they picky and choosy, they only gonna mess with the top 10 to 20% of guys. Right? That's who they are. They hypergamous in their nature. They only date up, right? And the more options they got, the more they're gonna want more and more. The qualifications to get them is going to become higher and higher. The standard is just higher and higher. And only few men can reach that standard. That's why it's a small pool of men today that's getting the most sex, right? Most of us regular guys, right? Regular men are getting scraps. Like, we bottom feeders. We like the lobsters of the ocean, right? They just, whatever their claws get, they just take what they can get. This is the reality. This is why men today are getting their passports and leaving. Why? Maybe because they realize it's the only way, right? Maybe because there's men in this country. I'm not bullshitting you. There's men in this country that's 35-year-old virgins, 30-year-old virgins. 10 years ago, that was unthinkable. I'm serious. It was a different time. Social media made it that ridiculous. I said this on a video a long time ago on my last channel. Men being here is like the whales in SeaWorld. It's an unhealthy environment. God said in the Bible, it's not good for men not to have a woman, right? It's unhealthy, right? For him to have, basically saying it's not good for a man not to have sex. He do not have a healthy sex life in America. He have an unhealthy sex life. That's why most dudes, if they get a woman here, they try to hold on to them tight. Because they know once she gone, shit, another 6 months to a year, and maybe longer. Is that healthy for us? Hell no. And then what kills me about you men, who I'm so confused why you hate each other. I call it self-hate. You will see a brother get a passport and you will talk shit about him. He's the whale from SeaWorld that finally got free and got to the ocean, got out of the cage. He got his passport so he can get a healthy sex, so he can have actually a healthy sex life. Not an unhealthy sex life like he have in the West. He left so he can actually have a healthy sex life. And you talk shit about him? This is the problem in the Western culture. And this is why it's an unhealthy environment for us. Men, can't you see? The only way is to find a way. And if leaving is the way, then that's the solution. If that's the way for you. But this is an unhealthy environment. For real.